When we talk about AI-ready APIs, we're not talking about adding AI features to an API. We're talking about designing APIs in a way that AI agents can understand and use them reliably. That can come down to things like clarity, consistency, and rich metadata in the API descriptions. So my name's Mairtín Conneely, a Senior Solutions Engineer at SmartBear, and I'm here to discuss Spectral and how you can automate AI-ready reviews of your APIs using Spectral. Spectral is a rules engine for OpenAPI and async API definitions. A Spectral rule set, like we see on the screen here, is essentially a collection of checks written in JSON or YAML that validate design patterns. So instead of manually reviewing every API, Spectral will let you codify expectations. For AI readiness specifically, a rule set should focus on signals that help machines understand intent and structure. For example, one simple but powerful check is ensuring that every operation has a meaningful summary and description. That can help AI tools understand what the endpoint does, not just how to call it. Another rule, for example, would be response examples. So examples are incredibly valuable for machine consumers. They make output structure concrete instead of abstract. Swagger Studio supports importing and applying Spectral rules directly. That means you can run these checks while designing an API and get immediate feedback as part of the authoring experience. So let's look at an API in Swagger Studio where no Spectral governance has been applied. So this is our API. It's not showing any validation or governance warnings, but what happens when we apply our Spectral rule set to it? We can check its AI readiness at that point. We can go into the governance section, and as well as Spectral style guides, the governance section within Swagger Studio has public style guides and the ability to create custom rules which would be similar to your Spectral rule sets. And these can be done with our AI-powered capability for generating custom rules or using the form editor to create those custom rules that you would like to apply to your API definitions. But in this instance, we're going to import our Spectral rules. We're going to enable the Spectral rule set. We're going to enable governance across the organization. So apply the Spectral rule sets that we've enabled and any additional public style guides or custom rules. And save. And this will allow us to scan our APIs across the organization. Once the scan is completed, our governance checks have been applied across our API within our Swagger organization. So back to our API. We can see that our AI readiness check using those Spectral rules has been applied, and we have found some issues that we need to resolve. So those rules violations that you see on screen, we can review those one by one. But now that we have Spectral rules getting flagged across our API, we need to resolve them. And Swagger Studio has some really powerful capabilities around resolving issues and errors, governance errors or validation errors using our AI capability. So for each of these rules violations, we can auto-fix those using our AI capability. Now that some of those validation errors have been resolved, we can look at our diff mode to see what changes have been applied. So ensuring you're reviewing those changes that are happening and allowing you to save those updates to your API definitions. So this shifts the AI readiness from a vague concept into something concrete and enforceable on your APIs.